Hello everyone, we're here at Worldwide Corals, Orlando, Florida. It's the day after Christmas. We are freezing. Believe it or not, there's a storm all over in the United States, I guess. It's cold everywhere for what I heard, at least on the East Coast. Last 2 or 3 days, it's been 36 degrees, 32 degrees in the morning. The high has been 45. We are freezing. So it's been kind of quiet here in the store. You know, a lot of people are still having the hangover from Christmas dinner. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna give you a double update today. We're gonna look at our 700-gallon fish-only tank behind our counter. Many of you guys seen it before. And we're gonna give you an update of the famous 1,200-gallon Lagoon tank that we have inside. It's been over a year since we haven't done an update, so follow me along inside. We're gonna give you guys the greatest update in a long time. Come on. All right, everyone, we made it inside, nice and warm. Behind me, you guys can see is the Pentagon tank. Last time we did an update, like I said earlier, we did it well over a year ago. The growth has been huge. We get tons of it. The meat corals are just huge. If you guys go back and look at old videos, you guys can see the green slimer is grown humongous. I mean, you guys can see how big that thing is. It's the size of like 2 basketballs, I would say. You can see the original tile right under. You can see it in squares in there. The fish have gotten huge. One of the problems that we've been having with this tank is the coral's growing too much and we have literally no space. Montipores have gotten aggressively huge. Some of the euphilia, they're stinging each other. The mushrooms are growing into the zoanthids. Zoanthids are growing over acroporas. It's just a big old mess right now. So we're gonna be rebuilding things, so I figure I'll show you guys before we redo some of the things. We're gonna be taking some rocks out and replacing them with different corals that we need more growth of. And we're gonna be changing some of the flow pattern and stuff like that. Also, way behind me, you guys can see the famous mangrove that Julian gave us 3.5 years ago when we first opened. At the time, the mangrove was 9 years old. Now, as you guys can tell, it's over 12 years old. We've been doing a great job with it. Joey, he's our maintenance guy for this tank. He's been taking care of the mangrove since day one. He wipes it down with fresh water once or twice a week. It is just huge. For those of you that want to know more about mangrove videos, go check our 101 mangrove videos with Julian Sprung. It launched last year. It's got tons of views. It's doing very good for us. You get tons of information in there. You see our little Scolimia island right here. It's doing great. We have 3, 6, 9 of them. We feed them once a week. So when you guys know, when we first did the aquascape, we thought of the shape of a hand, doing 5 channels. It's working very well. It still allows to get inside the tank and be able to walk all the way towards the back and access every single part of the reef. When we rebuild the rock, we're gonna stick with the same format, with the fingers, you know. There's no other way. The tank is just too deep. I think from here to the very back of the tank is about 12 feet long. So there's no other way of building it around. We used to use only Fiji pink, and then we used the thicker coarse grade from Carib Sea. We did that because we kept fighting different algae and different blooms, and we couldn't figure out what was causing it. And then we throw that thicker sand from Carib Sea, and you guys can see if you look closely, is coralline algae growing all over it, and it just works a lot better for us. Then we can deliver a little bit more flow. The fish, if you guys notice, we feed them multiple times a day. We feed them algae twice a day. If we still have the same 10 yellow tanks from the beginning, we still have the clown tank in there. We still have the Villamingi. We still got the Naso. We still got the Giardini. Well, recently, actually, one thing that is worth mentioning, we did have a copper band in here. It was doing great for a few years. And for some reason, recently, just decided to start eating some of our meat corals. And we took him out. We moved him to a different tank where there was only SPS tank, so it's no longer picking at the LPS. But we noticed a big improvement on the LPS, how big they got and how much they expand. We were losing one every like 2 months and we couldn't figure out what was happening. And until one of the workers realized one day that it was getting eaten by the copperband butterfly. Shame on him. We have to kick him out. We can have more fish. Oh, one fish mentioned, you guys seen Panda? He's somewhere in there. It's a black tank with that white patch on his back. He's our mascot. We got him about 1.5 or 2 years ago. We haven't made a big buzz about it because we wanted to see what was the coloration the fish was gonna keep. But yeah, he kept black and white, so we call him Panda. So it's our new mascot. You guys seen him around. We'll catch him on video around. He's gorgeous. If you'd like to see any new fish added to this tank with the fish that is currently in there, please put it on the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Whoa, what was that? Someone got excited, guys. That's a big fish. Wow. Something happened. Look at him flexing, guys. Do you guys see that? Wow, that's magnificent. The tank seems to usually do the best at the 2-year mark and moving forward. As long as you don't let the sandbed get too crazy dirty, or let some pockets of dirt just accumulate. In the back, there's some areas that we try to clean and we try to keep flow behind the mangrove that you guys don't see. There's actually 2 MP60s and one Pentaray, the small one. I forgot the size of it, but it's the smaller ones they produce. And that's all the flow we deliver for this tank. It's unbelievable. We're able to grow aquaporas with that. We're able to grow everything under the roof. But going back to it, yeah, on year 3 is I think it becomes easier. It becomes like almost an autopilot. First 6 months are usually the hardest. 6 months to 1 year start becoming a little lighter. Year 1 to 2, you think you're getting a lot better. And year 2, you think you're Superman, you know? But yeah, year 3 on now, if everything's going correctly, it should be very easy. Some of my favorite corals are always chalice corals, you know? But overall right now, this pile up right here of mink corals, which is like 10 of them, is just gorgeous. I love how the aquaporas are growing in the middle, especially, you guys are gonna laugh, that green slimer to me, it really makes me very happy just to see something like that. If you guys look under the mangrove, that grafted cap is basically red and green throughout the coral. It's just magnificent. And some of the chalices that you guys are seeing, if you guys point right here, we have the famous jelly bean right there. We also have the flamethrower. We got that coral in California at Tari's Reef Show. I got it in 2009. I'm not kidding you guys. 2009, 2010. The flamethrower chalice. So I got that coral 12, 13 years ago. So the jelly bean, we were growing it since 2012. So yeah, that coral now, we've been growing it for 10 years. Good old jawbreaker right there. Can't go wrong with it. So yeah, it's many corals. It's hard to have a favorite coral, guys. When you have so many of them, you got to show them all love, all of them. Well, if I were to do this tank over, I wouldn't change many things. One of the things that I would change is maybe the flow pattern, which we're going to be working into changing that. Not many things. I'm very happy. Maybe this glass, I wouldn't figure out how to put it lower, maybe use a thicker glass for visual purposes. But other than that, not many things. I'm very happy with the outcome of the tank. The tank has become a staple for the store. People come from all over the world to see it. If you're ever in the Orlando area in Florida, please stop by. We're open 7 days a week. As soon as you come in, look to your left, there it is. People literally come over, they take pictures in front of it. It's a beautiful tank. It's an experience just to come and see it in person. We invite you to come over anytime. Now, we're gonna show you the 700-gallon tank, fish only behind the counter. So follow me along for it, come on. This tank, we set it up when we first opened. It's a 700-gallon tank. It consists of roughly about 20 fish. I'm not a fish expert. I try to be, but I'm a coral guy mainly. So I got Brent from the back. So bear with me. I think I got them all down. So we got Harlequin tusk. I got a tattoo on my arm. I'll show you guys later. We have a pair of crush hat triggers. We have a queen angel. We have a Niger trigger. We have annularis angel. We have an emperor angel, magnificent fox face. We have a golden puffer, aka Chiquita. All of you guys know her. We have a hyphen rooster. We have a clung singer wrasse, very rare. That's Brent's favorite. What else do we have? Let's keep on hunting here. We got a saddleback butterfly right there. We got a semi-levatus butterfly back there. We're gonna feed them. What do you guys think about that, huh? Brent.
You there?
I'm using you as my lifeline.
I'm coming.
What's the name of that wrasse?
Formosa. It's a Formosa.
That's a Formosa.
Yeah, super male. Just say super male Formosa wrasse.
Super male Formosa wrasse. All right, that's what it was, guys. Brent, one more. So I'm still confused between a couple. This one right here. This is.
That's a Cricerius angel.
All right, and that's a Cricerius angel. And last but not least, this one right here.
Yeah, King Angel or Passer Angel.
Passer Angel, aka King Angel. So that will be all of them. We're thinking of removing maybe one or two of these fish. And sometimes they fight. The tank is big. You see it when they go at night. Maybe this guy would think he's got to go. He's just mean.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show you guys the sump a little bit. Pretty basic. We have a big UV sterilizer. The sump, I wanna say, is about 125 gallon. Right here is a Reef Octopus external skimmer. It's a 5,000 model. It seems to be pulling a lot of junk out. We use filter floss. We replace a couple times a week. We do a water change once a week on this tank. We have a few rocks for extra filtration on the bottom. We have an Ecotech return pump. Other than that, it's basically pretty simple, guys. We keep it simple. The fish are happy. You guys see the color of the fish. You see how chunky they are. You see how flawless they are, I should say. I always wanted to do a fish only, but in the old store we didn't have enough room. And every time I attempted to do a fish only, I ended up putting corals in it because it's frustrating in the beginning to get fish only. You want different fish, they're expensive, they get sick, you gotta quarantine them. It becomes a little complicated, you know, to get a healthy environment without having the corals. Like, it's called FOWLR, fish with only live rock, you know? And now it's different. It's been 3 years. I couldn't be happier. I'm so glad we did it. So that is it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to follow our channel. Give us a like. If you guys have any comments, post them below. We'd like to answer them. See you guys soon.